Hello again everybody, this is Amorgin and you're very welcome back to another Founder Server Shenanigans video, guys, where, like I said, I failed at bringing peace to the galaxy, guys. I tried and I failed. We're going to get into that in a little moment. I want to give a first mention here to obtaining the Vidar. I'm probably going to get it in the next day or two, guys. You can see that from my points, and I have a couple of days left on it. I got a couple of messages from different people on different servers saying that they're afraid that they might not achieve this Vidar, they might not get the points. Now I'm told, and you'll see this in the chat later, I'm told that Scopely have said that there will be opportunities for free to play to get this ship, so that's good news, and let's hope that that happens. It's unclear to me as of yet how exactly are they going to be from event rewards again, and if that's the case then we have nothing really to worry about. But there are some people who are a bit uneasy at the moment that they might not achieve these events because they just don't have the time to be as active to complete some of this kind of stuff. And we found on our server that there's an abundance of nodes really to mine on. It's quite easy, but on other servers there's a lot of competition for nodes in events like this, so it can be difficult for some people to get these points even if they are active. So there are concerns out there, and I get these questions as to how it works on the Founder server, how we get on and all of this. And the last time I was doing the mining event, there's a mining event on now currently. The last time I was doing the mining event, guys, the Mega Miner Milestone, the last time I was doing this here, it was very difficult for a member of HUM to go and do this event because we go out, we burn the galaxy, we have no rules, burn it all. That's our motto. There's nothing going to change on that anytime soon. There it is. Shout out to Taz, our leader there, our admiral. That's the way it is, and you guys are often curious as to how it works. You can see here now there's relative peace here. I'm getting the mine away, and I'm probably going to achieve this event peacefully without having to go out and burn the galaxy. I did threaten to do it earlier. I'd done it once before. This time around I've avoided doing it because I didn't want to escalate it, because at this late stage, with all of the unease that's out there around obtaining the Vidar and all of that, it's very difficult for me to contemplate that there might be free to play players on this server in ROG or in other alliances there, that because when I'm going out to hit back, that I would deny them the opportunity of reaching that final milestone and getting there and getting the Vidar. So I took a change of policy. I was going to go out and I was going to hit a few ships. Shout out to Triple H. He actually talked me down, so all you ROG gates with Triple H to thank. He gave me a dose of his wisdom, and it's better to be able to show that you can make a decision not to go out and burn everything if somebody is gonna lose out, if a free-to-play is gonna lose out on a ship. That's really my motivation. That's really why I made an effort today to bring peace to our galaxy, and to see if there was any free-to-play guys out there on our server that were in that situation that I'd been hearing from others, where they feared that they might not obtain the ship, they feared that they might not achieve the milestones. So if any of you guys are out there, you're in that position, you have experiences you're willing to share, come to Discord, leave your comments below. We're more than happy to hear them, and I'm going to crack on here, guys, with what we were up to today, where I failed and what was going on. But to preface that, one of the main characters you're going to encounter here that's central to all of this is a friend of mine called Captain Caffeine. Now, Captain Caffeine is one of the hardcore ROG that he will hit you, and he'll hit you hard. And I suppose he's the only contender for Triple H's crown now that Triple H has actually come and joined us. There's nobody out there really able to give us a fight at the moment like Triple H would have at one time. And Caffeine's doing his damnedest to inherit that crown. So we'll see how that goes for him. But he did say, you'll see later on in the chat, guys, that he did say that I showed my true colours in private messages with him, that he would maybe show them where I showed my true colours, and I'll do him a wee favour and I'll show them here now myself. And what you're going to be looking at now is another ROG member, Randy Marsh. I hope Randy doesn't mind me showing these, because Randy comes off quite well in this. Randy's a decent lad. I've got great respect for Randy after this conversation. because Randy just wasn't being an arsehole. By contrast, you'll see here that my friend Caffeine, he opened the very first conversation, never chatted to him before really, started the conversation with me by telling me how to crew my ship after he was preventing me from mining and achieving the previous mega milestone section of the event to get the Borg points for the Vidar. I wasn't sure how well I was going to do at that stage. Turns out I'd done all right in the end, but I went out and I burned the galaxy at that stage. Randy was all right about it, Caffeine not so much. And I'll let you guys make up your own mind there. There's a screenshots, warts and all. I've nothing to hide here. I'd like to think that every time I hit the record button, I'm showing my true colours. So there it is. I want to skip on from that now very shortly to what I changed. I had a change of heart. I decided yesterday when the Mega Milestone event was on that I wasn't going to retaliate straight away. So we shout out to Rommel there. Rommel was the first man to hit me. Rommel vented, he got his own back after he was hit a few times, and then he left it alone. So fair play to Rommel. He didn't go out and try to stop anybody from achieving in this event. He hit a few miners, made his point, and away again. So that's fair enough. And in fairness as well, I don't see too many of Char, Hiltz, and all these top level guys, all these very high level guys, level 39, 40, 41, I don't see too many of them guys going out and trying to prevent free-to-plays from actually achieving in the event. It's the guys that are underneath them that are going out and they're bickering, they're killing each other. And a shout out to Randy again, who popped into the chat later on. You'll see him again with words of wisdom saying that it's only Scopely that wins when we're cutting each other's throats like this. Now on a normal day, guys, you know, I know you're going to say you're you go out and you attack miners willy-nilly and what do you expect and all of that there, and that's a fair point, no problem with that. The thing about it is when you're in here and an event like this is there and there are people who are struggling maybe or a fear that they're not going to achieve it, there's no point. I'm not going to go out there and burn them people and destroy them. And in fairness to a number of the hum lads, you'll see as well from the chat that they adopted a similar approach there as well earlier in the day when they realised what I was saying in Galaxy chat and all of that. And again, I'll let you make up your own minds with that, but I wanted to see was there any free-to-play on our server, like on other servers, that feared being unable to achieve those rewards. And leave your comments below, guys. Let me know how you got on with those rewards, how easy you found this event and all of that. But for us on the Founder server, I don't normally do this, and we're showing here some of the Galaxy chat. It's not something I'm very fond of doing because I suppose I like to keep a certain amount of privacy. But it's an open kind of chat there, so I guess there's nothing really to hide in it. So apologies, guys, for the fat fingers and typos and all of that. I'm sure you can forgive me for that. I was on the mobile, but like I say, I don't normally do this. You know, there is a level of respect, believe it or not, there for the guys on the server, enemies and all that, that I don't really want to go out showing people having a bad day and stuff like that there and whatever. But I thought today deserved it, and I do get a fair amount of interest in how we get along on the Founder server. So this is a wee bit of a reveal into the world of the Founder server and what an hour or two in chat might be like. This all probably took place over the course of maybe half an hour to an hour. A bit of banter in it, and nothing that would be too shocking, I guess, to anybody. You might see me there a bit pumped up about it and a bit enthusiastic about the idea. I didn't go to the hum lads and run this idea past them first, and deliberately didn't do that because I know that they would just say it to me. Some of them did eventually say it to me, it's pointless trying it, Rog will never go for it. Some people get carried away thinking I'm calling for a ceasefire and calling for this. Not at all. What it really was about was testing to see, was it possible for people to go and drop their shite for a little while. Like I say in some of this chat, go and spend time with your family or with your wife or do something else. And if there's free to play guys out there struggling to meet this event, leave them alone. Let the server mine for a couple of hours. I wouldn't be suggesting this for your normal average event. ROG would be very fond there of claiming that they're winning all these events and blah blah blah. But the end of the day, if somebody's progress is really being impeded because they're free to play, and they just don't have the time in real life to go and achieve the VDAR, then I'd like to think as a server we could accommodate that and help those guys get the bit of a leg up, a little bit like we would with the armadas, how the bigger guys will give the little guys a shot at a stronger armada and what have you. So it's an ethos that does exist within the game, and I'm not afraid to promote it. I know I'm banging my head against the wall sometimes, and I'm glad I didn't go out and burn the galaxy there tonight, because maybe it would have seemed a bit hypocritical when I was trying to talk peace and get friends and enemies to just agree on a very temporary arrangement. Maybe I should have went through different channels. You can think of that as you will. It is what it is, like I say, and a credit, like I said as well, to the higher level guys in ROG, that they're not out there, on my experience anyway, actively hurting all of the guys that are out trying to achieve this event. It's the guys underneath, like Caffeine and Thanos and these kind of guys that I said at the start there. Those guys just, they love their bit of PvP, they have their claws into Hum, they'll hit Hum at any opportunity, as some of our guys will do with ROG. I just don't know how disciplined ROG can be in situations like this, that's why I have to put it out there. I know how disciplined the Hum lads could be if I had went about this in a different way. I'm pretty sure the leadership of Hum would have backed me. I know Have a Chat there might have questioned my standing a little bit, in terms of how Hum will listen to me, but I didn't go to Hum with this request. I went to Galaxy Chat directly with it, thinking that going to ROG first was the way to go. Not going in softly, looking like you're feeling the pinch, because we're not. But going in there a little bit hard and saying, like, listen, we can all do this, but rein into your attack dogs there for a wee while, and let's see if the free-to-play guys can benefit from it. And like I say, I want you guys to make up your mind. I'd love to hear your opinions. If you've taken the time to read this chat and you're looking for an insight into how the guys on the Founder server might chat, and what's Amorgin's persona like as a player on his server and all of that, this gives a little bit of an insight perhaps into that. And you'll see that I actually wasn't attacked too hard after this. Caffeine and a few others did hit me, and it was going to be a little bit of a okay, you've made it clear you don't want peace, then let's all descend into chaos here, no problem, we can all escalate this. But I decided against it. I chatted with Triple H, I decided against it, and I thought that the best thing to do might be to leave you guys with some of this chat. There was a couple of points, I suppose, that I was keen to make on that. I've covered a number of them. I have them written down here somewhere if I can find them. It was the idea that we've kind of covered that why would we want peace, and it's to just, I suppose, make it clear that I wasn't looking for peace. I'm going to get the VDAR. You could have been hitting my miners and it wouldn't have mattered to me to get the VDAR. Taz made a point that if you're not active enough, it's on your own head that you didn't get it, and that's fair enough. And Monkey made the point that there's a promise that the blueprints for this ship will be available in the next arc, in Arc 3, and let's hope that is the case. But I wasn't talking today about general overarching ceasefires or peace negotiations or any of that kind of highfalutin stuff that requires an awful lot of management. I'm simply talking about let's take a break from it, and I want to give credit to Mora and a few of the other guys, D-Biz and a few of the other guys there, that were very quick to say that they're quite happy to go out and attack ROG, but they're going to take a wee bit of a break from the game and let them hit away and let the free-to-plays, if they're out there, enjoy their mining and trying to get the blueprints for this game. So fair play. That's a credit to the lads. I suppose it was a bit of a change of heart, and we'll see how it goes. I'm quite open to any messages from Rog or anybody else to discuss this at any stage. Leave your comments below. I'll call again on Iron Monkey to come and do a video with me. Iron likes to stay in the shadows. I'd like to call you out of the shadows, Monkey. You've suggested that there was something slanderous in a previous video. Come in and let's thrash it out, man. No problem. You won't get a prejudiced attitude. Talk to Triple H or any of the guys that are that you might happen to talk to that's on reasonable terms with me. I can be reasonable too. So any of you Rog guys want to come in and set the record straight on any of this, then you are more than welcome. And I'm going to leave you with a little tune that puts me to sleep at night when I like to think of my friends over in Rog. So until the next time, guys, I hope I haven't rambled on too much. I hope you have enjoyed this bit of an insight into the founder server. I hope you are all getting your Vidar, and until the next video, look after yourselves and look after each other, and I'll catch you all again then. Cheers.
I heard about this frog. It's a very tiny frog, but it's also very special. You can only find it in the jungle, so far away from here. But if you find it, and if you touch it, your world can change forever. If you touch its skin, you can feel your body changing, and your vision also. Blue becomes red, and red becomes blue, and your mommy suddenly becomes your daddy, and everything looks like a giant cupcake. And you keep laughing and laughing and laughing. Nothing is ever quite the same, really. And after you finish laughing, it's time to turn into a frog yourself. It's very funny to be a frog. You can dive into the water and cross the rivers and the ocean. And you can jump all the time and everywhere. Do you want to play with me? We can be a whole group of friends, a whole group of frogs, jumping into the streets, jumping into the planets, climbing the buildings, swimming in the lakes and in the bathtubs. We would be hundreds, thousands, millions. The biggest group of friends the world has